Been looking for a coach for 6 or 8 months now. Talked to a lot of potential coaches and haven't found the right one until now. So just want to share that with you now, and what that means to me, what that potentially means to you, what that means to my business. And yeah, so I'm going to ask you a question about coaching. When's the last coach you had? Let me know about your coach. Who's your coach in your life? Who's that person you can speak to about anything? Who's that person you trust implicitly? Who's that person where you can reel off everything to? Might be a friend, might be a colleague, might be your partner, or might actually be a coach. Let me know in the comments below. So, this journey of me finding a coach. So as I say, I've spoken to a lot of coaches, looking for the right one for me. And actually, I signed up last week. We had our first call last week, and it's a hybrid model. It's partly group coaching, partly part of a kind of a mastermind, but also a bit of one-to-one blended in there as well. Now, what's really interesting is that had you put this person against all the other people I've spoken to, so I've probably spoken to about 10 coaches over the last sort of 8 months. Had you put them all on a piece of paper with photos and profiles and what they do, I wouldn't have picked this one. I wouldn't have thought that I would have picked this coach. So let me share this with you and give you a little insight into my understanding of coaching, my understanding of what I need as a coach, and potentially what you need as a coach, and what men need as a coach. Because I'm pretty damn experienced in that by now, not only in life, but in coaching, seeing what other guys go through. So these are the elements. So this guy's a mindset coach as well, which I was surprised about, because my ego is telling me that I'm the guru. Why would I need a mindset coach, right? I know it all. I've been on that journey of mindset, you know. But what's really interesting is, why did I go with this guy? I went with this guy because on our first call, we went to some really deep places on the call, right? And I'm going to try and explain this as simply as I can. When you've got somebody sitting in front of you that can ask you key, specific, accurate questions, it takes your mind, your thought processes on a journey, sometimes not where you want to go. And that's the very important thing to all this as well. So when I was on the call with this guy, I trusted him. I allowed myself to go to places mentally which I've probably not been to in quite a while, in many, many months, probably a year or so. To those dark places and those places where you feel a little bit vulnerable. It even gives me the hairs on the back of my neck now, actually. When you trust somebody enough, even on the first meeting, to go to those places where you feel very vulnerable and you're like, fucking hell, man, do I fully trust this person? Am I comfortable going to this place? Is this person smiling at me when I'm going to those dark places and fully expressing myself? Yeah. Is this person having a laugh? Can I trust this person? It's almost like a roller coaster ride, like just taking your hands off, man, and releasing control for that period of time, whether it be an hour call or half an hour or whatever it is. Yeah. So where I went with this guy, I totally let go. And this, people that know me probably know that I'm not a control freak, but I do like to have control. I do like to still hold on to the sides and whatever, or control what I can in a process, or not in a relationship, but in life in generally, I suppose, because it's a scary place, right? But what I found myself allowing myself to do with this new coach is really, as I say, so how I would describe it, and this is how I coach, and this is probably the ultimate thing. This is why I've signed up with this guy, because how he coaches and how I coach is by asking key questions to extract information from a client, all for their benefit. It's all about the client. It's not about me. It's not about him. It's all about the client, right? And there's a very skillful, clever trusting way of doing this, where you're asking key questions. It's almost like a set of milestones. It's almost like an obstacle course where you take that person on a journey step by step. Call it like an obstacle course race, step by step. And there's challenges in the thought processes. There's sticking points. There's mindset challenges. There's limiting beliefs in there. There's generational curses. There's stuff that you're reminded of when you were younger. You know, I tell you what we found in our first session, and I don't mind telling you this. This was our very first conversation. I've got mindset issues. I've got money blocks, and this was part of my programming, my childhood. This is what came out very quickly with some very skillful questioning. I might say that what we got to is that money doesn't equal happiness. No, sorry, let me get this right. So, yeah, money doesn't necessarily equal happiness. That's where we got to in my pricing structure, in my value proposition in my business. We got to a place of money doesn't equal happiness, is what I found myself saying. When we went deeper, and this is where we need to do more work, and we will be doing more work. Does more money and does more abundance equal unhappiness? Now that's where I got to with this new coach in our first session. Now I need to explore that very fully, because there's something to do with there's an issue with the pricing structure in what I do. There are parts of my business where it's too cheap. It's too, there isn't an equal value coming in versus what I'm giving out. Yeah. Certainly on my group coaching, it's too cheap. It's too, there's not enough of a value exchange, I will say. And I'm wording this a little bit carefully because, you know, I've got a lot of great people around me and I've got great things going on. And but what I'm saying is there will be different levels now to my coaching, is what I would say. I'm going to bring in some more hybrid models to my group coaching. So call it like a bronze, silver, gold type system, process, offer, you know. And I'll even throw out there, these are the potential names for it. So it's going to be the basic and the beyond, which is like the next level beyond. And then the higher tier is going to be the elite crew. Yeah. Because the thing is, I love working with all levels of people as well, and all types of people. And I'll say this here as well while I'm at it, is that there's zero judgment from me to anybody or on anybody, because I've been through a lot, right? I've been there. I've been on my arse. I've been at the bottom. I've been there suicidal. Yeah, I've been there drinking too much. So there's zero judgment from me, 100%. So what I'm saying is that I embrace working with all levels and types of people. And I don't see it as, you know, lower level people or higher level people, nothing like that. It's more about what level of coaching does the person need right now. So that's what I'm doing going forward over the next few months. Watch this space. I'll be doing another 5-day challenge just after my holiday in September, and it will all be revealed during or around that period, and most probably propositioned at that point, these next level things. So if I can just come back to the coaching then. So just going to try and explain this very simply, where it's great when you've got a relationship with somebody where you can fully trust them to take you on that journey, to release everything that's in your mind. Yeah. And I see the brain like a ball of wool, right? And I see it with my clients. They come on the call when their head is exploding with information, right? And ideas. I want to do this, that, and the other, but I don't know where to start. And I've got these blockers, and I'm blocking myself. I'm self-sabotaging, you know. And what the coach does, a very skillful coach like me and my new coach, I don't mind telling you that, is unraveling the ball of wool. Yeah, unraveling it, decluttering it, putting it in nice, clean lines. So you've got clarity going forward. You can see the vision, and you can break everything down line by line by line, very simple across the pillars that we deal with. So you've got a very much clarity on the future. You've got certainty of where you're going. And do you know what? A very simple physical feeling it makes your brain feel far lighter. Feels like a weight that's been taken off your shoulders, because you're no longer ruminating. Great word, that one, by the way. Google ruminating. You're no longer ruminating, thinking over and over and procrastinating. You've got clarity and vision on your future. You're sure about what you're doing. Yeah, it's a great place to be. And it takes a great skilled coach to do that, you know. And I don't mind saying some of the coaches that I've spoken to, even massively high level coaches, super expensive coaches, I'm going to say some of them didn't ask me key questions. Yeah. And it's really, really, really important that you're with somebody that asks you questions and brings out the information from you. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be bold enough to say this: you have most of the answers in here. You have most of the answers. It's your life. You know what you're doing, right? However, when you've got everything happening together and your head is like that ball of wool, confusion comes in, procrastination comes in. If we don't see the vision, if we don't see the certainty for the future, guess what? We're not making decisions. We're demotivated. We're tired. We're burnt out. We're pissed off. We're not communicating clearly. All these challenges, yeah? On the reverse of that, if you have got clarity, if you've got a clear mind and you're able to offload to somebody on a regular basis, man, it makes life better. Yeah. A couple of comments here. Mitch, how you doing, man? Good morning from Canada. Lots of Jim and BJJ and motorcycle. Awesome stuff. How is everybody? Say hello. You know the drill. I didn't say that at the start, actually. You know the drill. Press that yellow button. Sorry. Press that red button 100 times. Say hello, live or replay. Let me know you're here. And let me know if this resonates. Tell me about your coaching or that person that resonates with you and that person that helps to extract the information from you and gives you more clarity, more certainty in your life. As usual, there's a link in here if you want to come into my world and have that type of coaching, which really brings the best version of you out through clever, skillful questioning. I'm not going to tell you what to do unless you want me to. I can do the drill sergeant bit as well. But the far more skilled way of doing this is extracting the information from your own mind to make it happen. Yeah. Going to leave it there, guys. Click the link if you want to join our world and have a conversation. Beyond that, have an awesome weekend. Do what you love and do it with passion, as always. And I say that genuinely. All right, guys.